Again, the metering device, based on count, stroke count, determines the volume of product that's going to be applied during the lube event. In order to get the product actually onto the gear set, we have a preference to spray the product. And we can see here, mounted in the gear cover, 4 separate spray nozzles. Each nozzle dispenses a cone pattern, and based on the distance from the gear, the cone patterns are designed and laid out so they overlap one another, providing a complete coverage of the tooth flank surface. Another consideration as to the application of the product is, do we spray the pinion or do we spray the gear? Once more, each point of application has advantages and disadvantages. Generally speaking, the preferred point of application is onto the bowl gear, the main gear. We have to keep in mind that the gear is being driven by the pinion. So we want to make and apply the product to the driven flank of the pinion profile. I'm sorry, to the gear tooth profile. In this case, the gear is actually traveling upward. That means our point of load and drive is on the back side of the gear. So, the spray nozzles have been positioned such as they will spray that product to the back side of the gear, which is actually the loaded working side. While we're here, we'll go back and take a quick look at the type of product in use. Again, in this application, the customer chose to use a fluid lubricant. Of fluid lubricants, there's synthetic oils or there's heavy fluids. Synthetic oils tend to be clear, and very fluid. So they can see the gear condition and the product drains easily from the covers, requiring little maintenance to clean the product up. Here, we're looking at the Whitmore EnviroLube XE Extreme Heavy. This is defined as a heavy fluid. Specifically, it is a combination of resin and polymer to make up a very robust, tenacious, almost asphaltic-like fluid. The advantage of this product is, while it is semi-translucent, we can see the product coverage across the tooth flanks and be able to identify if there's any deficient point of application should any one of our spray nozzles or metering devices fail. That's difficult to do with a clear lubricant. And yet, even with its dark tone, we can still see the critical condition of the gear set without having to remove the product. One last point is, even though it looks very thick and heavy, this product will continue to slump off the gears and off the covers. Just not as fast as a light oil, but it requires very little, if any, maintenance to come in and remove the spent over lube. So, again, open gear lubrication begins with product selection, fluid, soap, grease, clay paste. The next consideration is the type of auto lubrication. Because of the desire to apply the product for a continuous rotation of the gear, the progressive type auto lube system is the preferred choice because of its functionality. Lastly, getting the product to the right place. And we see here where that's very well represented. And finally, we want a product that's maintenance-free, thus the selection of the heavy fluids. This product's going to go ahead and while providing a good, heavy, robust film for wear protection, it does naturally drain out of the system. So, we're going to wrap up and go meet our host and another key business partner in the process.